Inspired by true events, The Quiet Ones chronicles the experiments performed by a university professor and his team of students on a foster child who appears to be supernaturally possessed.
What is the supernatural? What if you could prove that the supernatural was merely a manifestation of what already exists in the mind? If we can cure one patient, we cure all mankind.
I can take like a horror movie, love it, but when I see inspired by a true story, it starts to freak me out anymore. How does that hit you, like as actors in the film?
It depends on the story. I mean, as actors in the film, like for this particular project, you know, it's kind of loosely inspired by a real experiment. They did explore the supernatural, and a professor really did want to prove that it's all something. You know, it's all made up in the psyche. It's all something that we conjure up ourselves.
The fact that it was inspired by these events that happened in the 70s made it even more believable just for us when we were shooting it.
That said, it's always still an imaginative exercise.
Yeah.
You know, even if playing historical characters, you're actually still playing the version that the writer imagined.
Welcome to the experiment. What's wrong with her? She was abandoned. She remembers nothing from her past.
Now, other than it will scare your pants off and make you pee a little, how do you describe...
That's
just a little bit. Early on, luckily. How do you describe it other than that?
It's pretty good.
That should be on the
Yes,
poster.
you'll
Make
wet
you pee
yourself.
a little. Yeah. How do you tell the story, though?
It is a psychological, supernatural horror film about an attempt to disprove the validity of the supernatural, and my character is attempting to show that it is all a result of the human psyche. He's using Olivia's character as the vessel to prove that. Her character is the real focus of the movie, and Sam's character, he is a film enthusiast who he hires to document the whole story, the whole experiment, so you really see the movie through Sam's character's eyes.
Families would keep her for a bit, then things would happen.
Your character is kind of this central focus of it. What type of emotional toll did that take on you, if at all, like on the set?
I think if I'd let it get to me, if we hadn't had, when we cut, we weren't bursting into songs and laughing and blah blah, I would have, but it didn't, because we were such a great, and like Jared calls it, we were like a company, and every time they yelled cut, you have to keep energy up and keep spirits up, or else you would just go into this depressed stupor.
There's something bad inside of me.
And it had an old school feel to it, which I thought was fantastic.
Being set in the 1970s, it was able to kind of adopt, you know, and the fact that it's a Hammer horror and the Hammer brand is kind of coming back again, it's kind of nice to feel like a part of history, if that makes sense. And it's got such a reputation, and it was nice to actually see the movie, and it has that kind of grainy feel, like it was shot in the 1970s, and the costumes, the incredible costume department and incredible sort of set designers who helped that along the way. But it was, that's a character in itself. Being set then, being, you know, it makes the isolation and the drama that so much more.
Did we get it on film?